Welcome back
But
to All 32. Hope everything is straight with y'all. We don't have no names anymore, but just call us the PCPs, also known as the Punta Cana Pips, cause that's what we officially respond to now. Well, that's me in N40. I don't know about Ryan. Ryan didn't make the move with it, so he can't be deemed a Punta Cana pimp. But you did go somewhere though, Ryan. How was your little trip, man? Where you go again?
it was a little short little getaway. It wasn't really too much. But I went to North Carolina, but I'm going to New Mexico this coming July, so I'm looking forward to
Damn.
that little cruise, little 5 day cruise out there.
Oh, y'all hold on, y'all flying out to New Mexico and then going
I'm
on the cruise?
I'm flying to New Orleans and
Oh,
then cruising from New Orleans to New Mexico.
oh, damn. Okay, all right, all right.
Yes, yes.
hold on, how many days is that?
I'm flying. I'll be in New Orleans for 2 days, and then I'm cruising 5 in New
Oh,
Mexico.
damn,
So
that's tough. That's a good
yeah,
little, that's a good little getaway too, man.
yeah. So 7 days.
Okay, all right, that's not bad, man. And N40, cause you ain't got no name no more. But N40, how you feeling today? First off, do you want to explain where N40 came from?
I don't actually. So I'm gonna
that's
go
on the
ahead.
that's on a need to know basis.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let them go ahead and think about it. Let the viewers be like, I wonder what N40 mean. Y'all probably
Memories.
never know. I'll probably never bring it out.
Hell
Uh,
nah, no
but
need
it
to,
was a
man.
good memory, man. Good memories. Good memories out there.
Definitely,
Punta
man.
Cana. Super lit.
Hell yeah. Hell
Probably
yeah.
wouldn't go back unless we stay at Hard Rock, but that's another story too, man. It's cool. It's
Hey
cool,
Nick,
man.
I'm starting to think you might be a little addict with that gambling shit, bro.
Ah, man. Nah, I dabble from time to time. You know what I'm saying? You know, for OC.
James told me when we was in the jump. James told me when we was in the jump, bro, you was struggling with it for a little bit. You was itching. You was itching to put your money down.
See,
And that's
when I see you lose your money so fast and the way you lost it, and then you thought you won, but
It's
then you didn't
discouraging.
win, I was like,
time
man,
out.
they not playing with Marv out
Ryan,
here.
don't
I'm gonna go
Ryan, don't
ahead.
get confused. I did win for like 10 seconds. I got half my money back, and
Hey, Mom,
I
ten
took my
seconds
luck.
not a long time, brother.
Hey, but you can win 100,000 in 10 seconds.
You
That's
can
Yeah,
also
but you,
lose
you lost
on
that
red.
thing in less than 10 seconds.
y'all right, man. Y'all are right. Y'all are absolutely right. You know,
Let me
it
tell you
Don't
what
was
let me
happened, man.
don't let me hit 100,000. I'm
If
out.
Maul would have won when on craps that one hand when he thought he won, I'd have played. Let me tell you what happened. Cuz rolled an 8. Then he rolled
son.
another. Then he rolled
No,
another
it was
8.
fives. It was like 3 or 4 straight fives, bro.
And they ain't give him no bread back. I was like, all right, man, it's time to go. It's time to
Yeah, no,
go, man.
I'm glad he cleaned me out because I was not putting no more money down.
Then Maul lost $5 under the table.
Blame it on the liquor, bro. Cause I thought I lost $5 at the club. I thought I lost a dub in the hotel. I don't know. It was a wild night for me. And then you know what happened to Eric? Eric that damn maid, bro, fucked around and lost 50. I think she stole it, honestly. I think
Francia,
whatever the hell her name is, bro. Just came up with a fake name. I think you did.
Don't let me lose 50. That's the
she
end of
thought.
my trip.
Son. So I don't know how Eric did it, bro. I would have been sick. This man Eric was still messing around, man, having a good time, bro. You know what happened to him the last day
I'm
we
about
was
to
there.
say, so that's where that 50 went for real. So he basically did that.
I guess, man. I guess, bro.
The BLS, that's what we gonna call it.
BLS.
Yeah, we ain't gonna call it the real thing. We call it BLS.
Okay, yeah, I see where you're going with that. You know what I'm saying? Special, special.
Mm-hmm.
Uh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Okay, all right, man. Let's go ahead and get into it tonight, man. Look, I know y'all done seen. Matter of fact, Nick, you stepped up to Fridays with us yesterday, man. But first off, I need to tell y'all. I know y'all know Juice, or y'all. I don't think y'all met. I don't think y'all played with Juice, have y'all?
I played with Juice.
Oh,
Yeah, I play
okay.
with juice.
All right, so
Oh head.
all right,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah. Juice hit me up yesterday before the game. Like we was at our game, and he was like, "Man, I got the 3-1 odds. I'm betting on LeBron tonight. Who trying to bet
Mm,
some?"
mm.
I was like, "Shoot, I got a dub 5 on the jump." He said a dub 5. He said, "Fool, what you bet?" I'm talking about money. I'm talking about real money. I said, "What you mean? That's real money. That's my dues, man. If I win, I'm pay my dues, bro." He's like, "Man, holler at me when you trying to bet that real money. I'm talking about 120, 125." When I was like, you that confident, I stopped messing with him because last time I tried to bet him, the Ravens actually lost to the Cowboys. So I was like, you know what, I ain't even fucking with Juice.
Why
Come
you
to
better? Why you betting against Cowboys? That's what you must have bet
No, no, no.
beginning.
That at that time, somebody bet him that week. Somebody, because I was talking shit too, but somebody else ended up betting him. I was just talking shit. I was going to bet him and I didn't. But
Mm.
the Cowboys ended up winning that joint. I was like, you know, I'm not fucking with Juice when he confident, bro. Cause I think he knows some same. He know the same shit that I know. So
But he been around more, so he know. You know what I'm saying? He can feel it
that's
in
what I'm
his knees
saying.
or something like that.
Oh my goodness. When his knees start tingling, right?
Yeah, you already know how that
Hey,
go.
go
Old people
ahead,
got
bro.
something, bro.
uh, but
My
yeah, but
pinky finger itches, so I know they gonna win tonight. Yeah, that's how I go,
right.
baby.
But I think he was bullshitting because come to mess around, you know, I should have took that bet because they ended up beating the shit out. They ended up beating the shit out of Cleveland. Well, I take it
See,
back. Take it back because Ryan here, they didn't beat the shit out of Cleveland, but they ended up what winning by 10 or 20
they waxed
Yeah,
them. They waxed them boys,
at the
man.
it
end. It
was,
was close for a
yeah.
little bit.
It was close.
We gonna get there.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Bottom line was I should have bet Juice. I should have came up some money. 3-1 odds he was smoking. You know what? I should have did it. But
Couple of them things.
yeah, a couple of them things, man. A couple of them things. But yeah. So overall thoughts, man. Ryan, I want to hear from you first, cause honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. Braun is playing lights out, and there's still nothing he could do to beat these fools, man. Or that's what it's saying, like these first two games, bro. But well, what you think about so far about this series, bro?
Well, like you said, the Browns were playing pretty good. Game two, I mean, game one stat line looked
Oh yeah,
good. Other
yeah,
than
yeah.
game one,
Turnovers.
man, I just think LeBron did had a lot of uncommon turnovers in game one. I don't think it had was around 7 or 8 turnovers, and as a team, I think they did something like 16 or 17 turnovers. So after game one, you take it as, if we don't turn the ball over as many times we turn the ball over, we're in the game in the end. So, you take that and go into game two, and then you're more efficient, you know what I'm saying, as far as LeBron. I think you only had about 4 turnovers, and you still end up on a losing by, close to 20 points. But my whole outlook on the series is both the games, as everybody has seen, the first half has been like one of the most exciting games you'll
Right.
see. Game one and game two, like everybody's tuned in, everybody's like, this game lit, But
Hell yeah.
where the game starts to take a turn is the third quarter. At the end of the first game, game one, I think the Cavs were down maybe 8, and in the game two, at the end of the first half of game two, they was down 5 or something, or close to it, something like that. And then the they win the third quarter, game one by 12, and game one and game two they win the third quarter by I think like 13. You know what I'm saying? Or flip flop, one or the other. And that's where the game really gets lost because when the team with a firepower like Golden State, you can't be playing from behind and thinking you're going to get back in the game because obviously that has not worked out for anybody, seeing as how they have no losses in the playoffs, right? And then the dynamic that is totally different in this year's series versus last year's series is that they have Kevin Durant,
Hell
and
yeah.
that's extremely evident in the play and how he's been playing. Which I'm not surprised. A lot of people, I don't know who's. I mean, I'm a basketball avid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Addict. So I know for a fact I'm not surprised with anything Kevin Durant doing because LeBron always has problems guarding him. So I'm thinking going to the game three. Of course, they have no choice but to win. Cleveland has no choice but to win game three because obviously it is over if you go down 3-0. It's not the same thing as being down 3-1. And it's not the same thing as being down 2-0 from that last year's Golden State team to this year's Golden State team because, like I said, the difference is Kevin Durant. What needs to change with Cleveland if they want to come out and change the series around, they're going to have to get back on transition defense. Like, it's too many easy buckets. I understand they great and they can score whoever, but don't make it easy. You know what I'm saying? Make it
Yeah.
harder. You make it. You're giving them easy things. Like, get back in transition defense. The bench has to play better, and you have to learn how to play the pick and roll. Some things you just can't stop. You're not gonna be able to stop Kevin Durant from getting his buckets. You're not gonna be able to stop him. If he say he want it, he gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to control anything else other than that.
But see,
You
I
got
think, I think, cause you're right as far as Durant, but it's like And the biggest argument out there, which is factual, and I'll let you speak. I'll let you speak on this too. Is virtually, bro. This starting five is damn near, except for Zaza. You know, he's self check. Honestly, that fool breaking at the rim and stuff. But I just think that their front four, their first four outside of Zaza, like they're basically uncheckable, bro. Like, or it's really hard to stop a team like that. Like they,
It's extremely hard. It's extremely
I don't
hard.
even
And
think it's
then,
possible. Honestly, not. It's just it's not possible. Honestly.
and essentially, it would appear that it is impossible because, like I said, they haven't lost. But this is the thing. My thing is, do what you can control what you can control. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to stop a person, stop a dude like Kevin Durant. Your hand is all in his face, and you shoot like you got to shake that man's hand and go down and go back on offense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the easy buckets you have to eliminate. You know what I mean? You cannot afford to let Kevin Durant have free lanes to the basket. You know what I'm saying? And also, easier said than done, but the pick and roll has to be played a whole lot better than it's being played. Like, don't get me wrong, it's hard to cover the pick and roll, but like something's got to be done differently. Like, you're gonna have to switch up the lineup. You're gonna have to change. You can't go under the pick because they're shooting up the three, and it seems like you're overcommitting when you come under because you got the bounce pass for the dunk. You know what I mean? Right under the basket. So
Ain't nothing they can do, bro. Ain't
it's
nothing.
don't get me. You had that mentality, you're gonna get beat.
They too strapped. That's what
You know
they
what I'm
think. They
saying?
saying
You
we
got that
can't do
mentality,
nothing.
you're gonna get out there
They
and get
too
beat. And I
strapped.
feel like the bench comes out there with that same, and the quiet as it's kept. Kyrie, it's not quiet, but Kyrie got to do better. Like, because Kyrie's presence was felt a whole lot more in last year's finals than it is in this finals. I mean, he's had a couple flashes. You know what I'm saying? He, did his usual couple plays where he
I
had nice
think
legs, couple crossovers, but he's got to do more, bro. He's got to do more.
Yeah, I think the first game, honestly, it was just Bron, Kevin Love, and Kyrie. And I
K
think, but
Love, shout out to K Love, man. K Love out there balling, bro.
yeah, but the biggest issue that the Cavs I think is dealing with in terms of just production, um, is the fact that they still are not getting anything from J.R. Smith or Tristan Thompson. And
That's saying nothing. 0 points from Jr.
yeah, oh he had zero last game.
None,
Zero,
bro.
baby. You
Zero.
ain't
Wow,
check
No
it.
none.
You ain't see the video.
You ask me.
I
You
ain't even
ask
see no
me.
video, Nick.
You
I ain't
need to
gonna lie to you.
bench and if Jr. come out like that, he need to come off the bench and let Kyle Korver start.
I think that might work too, but it's just a bad situation because you got Jr. He put up a donut. He put up a donut game too. You had Tristan Thompson. I know he had a donut too, right?
I
He had
don't
like
think he
four
scored.
points. He had
I
four
don't,
points.
Four
I don't
points.
know.
Okay, I know he had the donut in the first game. I didn't know if it was he had back to back donuts, but oh my goodness. Either way, point is like if you got that much or that terrible of production out of two of your starters, and then you don't have a bench to really help you as well. Like it's pretty much I can understand why Bron. It's a reason why you can't really come at Bron for losing this series at all. This finals. Um, I know a lot of people like to come out the cut talking about some LeBron made his team. LeBron did all this. He did all that. He made the super team. That's fair, but you got to understand, bro. They fight fire with fire, and guess what happened? Kevin Durant joined the Warriors. It's really nothing you could do. You can expect out of Bron out of this series to goddamn Superman and shit and win it. I really seen it in 4 or 5. I mean, well, 5 or 6 is what I meant to say, but um, it's just tough, man. It's a tough situation, but I asked you, Ryan, because I respect what you know about the Cavs, man. You know how they your basketball shit. But Nick, let me go ahead and get on to you, bro. You got anything about these series, man? This series?
Yeah, yeah. I got a couple things. Oh,
Let me
one,
hear it, man.
Tristan Thompson had 8 points. He had a donut in the first game. Bro, I already know what's going on, man. I talked to Steph over the summer. He called me. He was like, "Yeah, we got a new trainer called Mr. Miyagi," and it makes sense because they waxing these boys on and off the goddamn court, bro. KD lighting their ass up, bro. What's funny is it looks so easy out there,
This
bro.
man Nick just killed me.
They are they are just like killing these boys. But I will say this. With Golden State going to Cleveland, it won't be the same game. They won't be lighting them up like that. I feel like Kyrie will show out. He'll drop like 30 the next two games. K Love will have a good game. LeBron keep doing what he doing. But they probably split these next two games, and then it's Dubs in five.
That's what I was gonna ask you too, Ryan. You think the Cavs will win the game, bro?
Oh, most definitely. I think without a doubt they win game three. Only because I feel like it's a different atmosphere than back at home. I feel like this. I mean, honestly, man. Like honestly, from the eye test, you look at that game as like there's no way Golden State could get beat. But when you start breaking down the ins and outs of the game and see where the game got out of hand, and start seeing the little things that how that lead trickled up to where it got to, you hone in on those things and you concentrate on not letting the game get out of hand at the third quarter. Like you just gotta, you know what I'm saying, zone in. You know what I'm saying? Like lock in and get it going. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm a LeBron fan. It's easy for me to say this, but I mean, they've been in this position before down 2-0. It's a little different this year with the squad that the Golden State actually has. But I mean, I got them winning game three. My thing is game four is what's really going to be the tell because if they lose, if they don't, they have to, in my opinion, Cavs got to win both of these games to keep this series going in the way that they wanted to go. If they don't, you know what I mean, it might be over in five if they don't win these next two.
So I got two questions for both y'all, man. First question is about this year. If they don't win game three, do y'all think they get swept? Or they steal the fourth game and live to fight for game five?
Go ahead, Nick.
They're gonna still they gonna get it. I feel like they're not gonna sweep them regardless. So they're gonna at least get game four or game three.
I ain't gonna
Either
hold you. I do want to see a 16-0 playoff team. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, you
Just
tripping, man.
just out of curiosity, man. I do want to see. I want to experience that in my lifetime, man. I
I
ain't
don't think
don't
it
want to
gonna
see
ever. I don't
that.
think it ever
I don't want
happened.
to see that. I don't want to see that, bro.
Has it
I
ever
mean,
happened?
no, that's never happened. The Lakers was closest. They beat the. I think they went 15-1. That's when the AI dropped 48 on Tyron and you know what I'm saying on the boys and Lakers. But I mean, I don't want to see it happen only because I don't like the way that the. Don't get me wrong, it's free agency, but I just don't like how they came together. Because I mean, free agency, you got a right to do whatever you want to do. I mean, that's what they have in the NBA bargaining agreement, and you know what I'm saying. The players associated that's what it is, and I respect it. But I just hate the fact that Kevin Durant decided to go to a 7-3 win team who beat them and eliminated them out the playoffs. And I mean, that's just the ongoing story, and everybody else knows. But I just feel like that's weak. Like me being as a competitor and me being as competitive as I am, I would never want to go to the squad. It's like when you outside on the blacktop and you playing 3-on-3 versus your boys, and they just wax y'all, and it's like, well, all right, well, especially if I want to play on your team, like, nah, we gonna keep playing until I win. Like, I'm not about to
Hell
get up
yeah.
off this court. We about to keep playing. But I mean, that's almost like LeBron going to the Celtics after when they lost to KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray
Yeah,
Allen,
'09 and all that stuff.
and you know what I'm saying, and LeBron just said, you know what, I can't beat these boys. Let's go ahead and get on this gang green and come on play in Boston. Like nah, man.
Well,
But
I mean, technically, it was he had a similar situation. It wasn't 100%. I'm gonna leave Cleveland to go to Boston, but he also left Cleveland to form a team that was gonna beat Boston. He left with what were they all NBA players? I know D Wade was Chris Bosh an all NBA player?
nah,
probably
Chris.
so.
I
He
mean,
was close
you mean
I
enough.
know
like you
he's an
mean
all
like
star, but
you mean like 1 through 3? Like was he on one
yeah,
of them teams?
yeah.
He might have been, maybe he might have been third team. Like I know
Okay,
he
because I
definitely.
know back then he was still up and coming, but he was a dog. So,
Yeah, I agree.
but yeah, I was just saying like it is like similar circumstances. But before I even finish, Nick, you want to answer that question right quick?
No,
Man,
Nick went. He went first.
I went first, bro.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's on me, but I kind of just piggyback on whatever he was saying. But I definitely think they're not getting swept by no means. I mean,
Oh,
I just don't see any way possible that LeBron's getting swept. I
all
mean,
right. But now my second question, and we can move on to football after this though. Um, somebody brought up a good point last to me. I think matter of fact when I bought the whip on Saturday, the car dealer, the car salesman is what I meant to say. But he was like, people forget that not only was Draymond suspended for one game, but their man Bogut was. I think he missed the whole series if I'm not mistaken, or missed like the last. I think he missed like he played the first game and missed the rest of the series or something like that.
nah,
But
he played the first 3 games.
oh, the first three games. Okay, and they were up. Y'all well, Golden State was up
2-1.
2-1,
C,
2-1,
C,
2-1.
C.
So my question is, because honestly, I think, truth be told, if they had both of those players, I don't. Steph could have been playing hurt. I don't care about that. But if they had Draymond and they had Bogut, honestly, I think they would have went
They win
two.
a series.
Yeah, they would have won the series. So I clearly, Nick, we know where you what you thinking. Ryan, you think they would have got that too?
No, I don't agree. I mean,
Oh,
my thing is only because don't get me wrong, Andrew Bogut definitely was a presence in those games, but Andrew Bogut wasn't able to stay on the floor. I mean, even when he was healthy before he got injured, Andrew Bogut was only playing about 10 minutes a game, like 10, 12 minutes a game, because Golden State loved that small lineup. He wasn't playing that many minutes. You feel what I'm saying? But
yeah.
as far as from Draymond's perspective, look, yeah, Draymond definitely is a big key to their offense and how they play defense, you know. But at the end of the day, you're up 3-1. Draymond misses game 5, I believe.
Yep.
Misses game 5, and you
Yeah.
still got 2 more games. My thing is, what's the difference between those 2 more games? Like if you were able to beat in 3 games, you should be able to do it one more time. You got 2 opportunities to do it. They actually had 3 opportunities. You know what I'm saying? And then Draymond still played his behind off in that game 7. I think he had like 36, 17
Yeah,
boards.
game 7, he
Yeah,
that
I
definitely
think
went off, bro.
Harrison. Yeah, he was cashing out from three, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
I mean,
my
I think he
god,
hit like 6, 7 threes. Like that's
in a row, like to
way
start the
out of
game.
character for Draymond. But my thing is, I'm like, he can't. It's no excuse to lose a 3-1 lead. I'm sorry. I just don't see you know a way that I could disagree and say they would have lost. You know what I mean? Had Draymond played, but I can understand
I
why
respect it.
people would think so. But I don't think so.
I respect it. I respect it. So yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and get to this football, bro. It's worth. Is the finals is always worth talking about when it's going on. So, with that being said, I was gonna talk about the Ravens, their injuries. They lost Dennis Pitta. First off, I think it's time to acknowledge is Pitta has to realize that there's a point in time where you just know in a couple years you're gonna be in a walker if you continue to play football.
Yes, indeed.
It's no reason for him to even keep playing anymore. I think that's the third time he hurt his
Yep.
hip injury. So
3 out of 4 years.
yeah, man, 3 out of 4 years. So I just think first off, Ravens always had issues with their off season injuries. They've had first off Pitta's hurt himself I think twice in the off season.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Um, then the
Just in the off
corner.
season.
Yeah. Then the corner. Matter of fact, yeah, it was the corner this year. The draft. No, the starter. I think the second year starter, I believe. Um, he's out for the season now. I think when this season ended, one of their starting middle linebackers had a career-ending injury. He's gone. Um, Brashad Perriman last year. Was it last year or
This
not
rookie
the year
season, he
before?
didn't
His
he
rookie
didn't play
season.
didn't play a game.
Didn't play a game. Like the Ravens injuries just is mind boggling honestly with them. I don't understand why they can't ever get right. Um, but we just that's that. I don't know what's gonna go on with them this year, but the good thing for the Ravens and a few other teams is that Jeremy Maclin uh, was released surprisingly. So the move that the Chiefs made frees up 10 million in cap space, and the reason behind it obviously was Macklin had an injury riddled season last year. Even though his first year he was cooking with the Chiefs, he had an injury riddled season last year. Tariq Hill and Chris Conley emerged as uh, really good receivers, I guess, or solid young receivers for Kansas City. And it
Yeah.
made the move easy for the Chiefs to, cut ties with Jeremy Maclin. A lot of people in the Kansas City world sees this as moves to push Alex Smith out already, as that starting quarterback. So with that being said, and I guess I'll let Nick go ahead first, knock this out since I forgot he went just the last topic with the finals. Nick, where do you think? First off, where do you think Jeremy Maclin can go? And do you have anything to say about the Alex Smith stuff? Because honestly, I do see it as a way as a person who can get down the field deep. Chris Conley and Tariq Hill are deep threats. You know, Alex Smith has always got knocked for his, his arm strength. So I think they are grooming Mahomes to probably fill in more quickly than we expected. So where do you think Jerry Macklin's going, and do you have any thoughts on Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes?
Um, I'm gonna start with the Patrick Mahomes thing first. I think I think it's dirty the way they doing Alex Smith because he a good quarterback. He don't turn the ball over. He's solid. I feel like Patrick Mahomes could learn a lot from him because he's a gunslinger and like he like to sling that ball and take endless chances, throwing on the wrong foot, throwing across the field. So I feel like he can learn a lot from Alex Smith. But he is getting up there in age, so I can see why they did waste that pick. Not waste, but why they used that pick to to get him. Plus, their team is pretty complete. They got a running back, they got tight ends, they got receivers, they got O line that's pretty good. Their defense, like so. I mean, I guess using that pick wasn't too bad, but I just feel sorry for my boy Alex Smith, man. It's the second time did my boy dirty, and this time he didn't get hurt, so
But
he'll be all right.
that's just what happens when it's a and I'll let you go ahead and talk about Jeremy Maclin as well right quick. But I mean that's just what happens when you and this I wouldn't say this is the same boat Kirk Cousins is in. I don't think this is the case just yet. A lot of people like to compare him to Alex Smith, but like in terms of a quarterback and how he plays the position, he's the perfect guy you want protecting the ball for you. But he's also the same guy who is, you know, he's not desirable, if it makes sense. Like he's not the guy who will go out there and win it for you. You have to have the perfect team around him to win, and he's good at winning with a solid team, a very good team around him. So I think he's not necessarily the guy that a lot of people clamor over, and the age also plays a factor in it as well, like you said. So it's kind of like a situation where it's like, all right, well, I'd rather go with the young guy with the strong arm and a lot of confidence in his arm. So I understand where you're coming from, but yeah, what do you think about Jeremy Maclin?
San Francisco, the Jets. What
Just
was
pick
the
one
team?
team, Nick. One team, baby.
Oh, I thought you were saying like what teams he could land
Nah,
in.
yeah, nah. Go ahead. Name your three, bro. You said San Francisco, the Jets, and who else, man?
Jets. I think he could possibly return back to Philly. I don't think Torrey Smith is going to
Nah,
be
nah.
that good, so I feel like they might just cut him and bring back the boy Jeremy Maclin. So
They ain't
those
gonna
my
cut that fool.
teams. It's possible. He's not good. Can't catch. He can run. He can run straight.
You know
Jeremy
what?
Mack.
You are very disrespectful, man. Very
I,
disrespectful.
I just keeps it real, mom. Keeps it real.
I think you remember Torrey Smith from his first 2 years is what I think you do.
No, I remember him from every year he played football, man. And he just a fast receiver that can run straight, and his hands are pretty questionable. But what do I know, right? I don't know that, right?
I don't know M40. Ryan, Ryan, man, what's up with you, bro? How you think about these two things?
As far as the Chiefs and drafting Patrick Mahomes as the 10th pick in the draft, I don't think there's anything wrong with what they did. End of the day, they're an NFL franchise trying to plan for the future, and like Nick stated, Alex Smith is getting older in age. But one thing I will credit to Alex Smith, a lot of people wrote Alex Smith off early in his career because he wasn't really winning in San Francisco. I think he had a lot of different offensive coordinators and different head coaches during his first few years in the league, which is pretty rough on any young quarterback. And when he got around John Harbaugh, he proved that he could lead a team to the playoffs, not only to the playoffs, but lead them deep into the playoffs. And he also proved that he can win games too. And that one game that sticks out of my mind vividly is that San Francisco Saints game.
Yeah, the Saints game.
I mean, he was lights out in that game through clutch passes, clutch touchdowns, to Vernon Davis to be specific. But Alex Smith has really proved a lot of people wrong, and it still can be and still can play in this league. And I think he'll be a great asset to a young quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. But I don't think they were wrong in drafting him. I mean, I feel like Andy Reid had a conversation. Andy Reid is one of them head coaches, one of the player coaches. I'm pretty sure he had a conversation with Alex before it happened, and he wouldn't have a choice but to be okay with it because it's the head coach's decision. But I feel like as a veteran player in this league, you just got to understand that you getting older. You know what I mean? It's no hard feelings, but we want to start planning for the future. We not kicking you out the door. You still out here playing like you still our number one quarterback. You're gonna teach us young Rook how to how it's done, and I feel like he is a great example for that. And moving on to
Maclin.
Jeremy Maclin.
Hey, you know what's
Once
wild, right quick, bruh? Did y'all know this man Andy? First off, this man Andy Reid is on some bullshit, bruh. This man he went to Jimmy Macklin wedding 2 weeks ago, and then cut
oh
this
man.
man, a couple days ago, bruh.
Oh, that's pretty rough.
Right, bro. That's some bullshit. So like, I'm gonna go to your wedding, be like, hey man, I appreciate what you did for me. We gotta let you go. I appreciate you inviting me to your wedding. You a man, bro. Congratulations, but you gotta go.
He
I just
probably
don't
didn't have
feel. I
open
feel like
bar,
I
man.
feel like end of the day, that's I feel like that's love though, man. He still showing. I mean, I feel like a lot of times you don't really know what you're gonna do till you do it. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he had a plan in mind as far as how he wanted to work through the off season and the cuts and make money here and there and keep save some money in the cap. But I mean, I'm pretty sure it couldn't have been easy for Andy Reid cutting a player that he drafted and then picked him up on this new team. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure, but you
Definitely,
know,
I agree.
um, as far as what team I think he's going to land, I think a perfect landing spot for him would be the Buffalo Bills.
Definitely.
Uh,
Mm.
with Sammy Watkins, and I feel like I think they got Robert Woods. I think he'll be a great addition to that receiving core that they got out there. Tyrod, getting another weapon on the outside. I just feel like that's really the only team that I really. Baltimore is a good landing spot for him too. Like Ma was saying, those are really the only two teams that stick out in my mind as far as where he could go and then be productive at the same time and get playing time.
So yeah, I agree honestly, because you all both of y'all said the three of my teams, Baltimore, Niners, and Buffalo. So I mean, we all in agreement with where he should fit. I honestly think he should consider Baltimore heavily, only because Flacco does have an arm. He can make some of the best throws in the NFL. The accuracy is in question, but at the same time, well, not his deep ball accuracy is amazing, but everything else is in question. But at the same time, he has the arm to make any throw, any pro throw. So Baltimore, I think, would be a very very good fit with him. Um, and then Buffalo next, Niners last because they don't even have a damn quarterback. So with that being said, as far as Alex Smith, I don't really have an issue with what they're trying to do, but at the same time, I do feel like they shouldn't rush Pat Mahomes. I don't know what their plans are this offseason in terms of this preseason is what I meant to say. Maybe if Pat Mahomes ends up doing a Russell Wilson, where it's to the point where you signed Matt Flynn in the offseason to a big money contract, but you also drafted Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson starts balling out in the preseason, and you're like, damn, I cannot just put this man on the bench. He's that guy. If Pat Mahomes shows that he's that guy, maybe you make that move. But at the same time, be patient. Let him learn. Um, I understand that they're cutting Maclin also had injuries reasons, and obviously it frees up money as well, which is always a plus. $10 million in the cap space is a lot of money. Um, so I mean, if you want to do that, hey, go for it. So I don't really have a huge issue, but at the same time, just be careful because you rush these young quarterbacks, man. They might it definitely can fuck up their confidence and definitely can fuck up your investment in them too. So just be careful with it. Uh, when it comes to Kansas City and Pat Mahomes. That's the only thing I really have with quarterback situation there.
Yep.
So lastly, we'll go ahead and knock this out, man. I first off, Ryan, when I told you about this earlier, you was surprised that I don't even think you knew it happened.
No,
But
I didn't.
yeah, so essentially Pete Carroll ended up drafting or signing Austin Davis, free agent quarterback Austin Davis. I think today or maybe yesterday. I think it was today he signed him. And a couple of days ago or maybe yesterday, just yesterday, Pete Carroll stated that he believes Colin Kaepernick is a starter, and that Seattle already has a starter on their roster, so they don't need him. The issue that I have with this, and I want you all to go first. I'll go. I guess I'll save myself for last. But the issue that I had with this was the fact that, um, what was your point of inviting him out to Seattle and trying him out or talking to him, interviewing him? What was the entire point? Like, are you trying to move the needle and try and get the talk starting? Like, what was your purpose? Are you trying to look good but not really do the right thing? Like, what was really Pete Carroll's purpose of inviting Cap out there to say that you feel like he's a starter, so you don't have to sign him to a backup? What if he wasn't even willing to accept money? I mean, like, a starter's money. What if he was willing to accept backup money? Like, we don't know the details, but at the same time, I think I really don't trust Pete Carroll's motives, especially if you bring him out there and you don't even sign him. It was kind of bullshit to me. But Ryan and Nick, Ryan, I'll let you go first. But how do you feel about the situation now that you had some time to think about it?
Um, Pete Carroll, man, honest to God, I mean, this dude is just so funny to me. I mean, like it's not even just like it's just like over the years, it's like people sometimes I think they just gloss over it sometimes. Like Pete Carroll's done some weird things, man. Like when just to give you some background, like when he just in the nick of time leaves USC when they get punished for whatever scandal they
Mm-hmm.
had going on in school. He leaves and he got a head coach job in Seattle. Like now he's not even a part of that whole little situation. And then uh, 3 times since 2012, the Seattle Seahawks, Pete Carroll has been punished for breaking the offseason contract rules by having more practices, longer practice. It's like,
And then they had contact or something like that in the practice.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then of course the craziest thing of all is throwing the ball on fourth on the goal line, and you got Marshawn Lynch. Like these things just add. It's like what really goes on in Pete Carroll's mind. So when you have a player like Colin Kaepernick come into your facility, coming in to be a backup role, and it's like your comments were Colin Kaepernick is a starting quarterback, and he doesn't, he needs to be starting somewhere else. So you're trying to say you want a backup who's really just a backup, like really not good enough to be a starter. Like basically you want to sorry your player. That's
Right.
that's really what I took from it. Like we don't want our quarterback to be that good. We just like him to be average. You know what I'm saying? So if Russell Wilson goes down, which is very possible because he's had like 3 or 4 injuries last year, like it was to the point where Russell was like taping his ankles
He's playing on
10,
a bad ankle
10
and a
times.
bad knee.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's very possible that your starting quarterback could go down, and if he does go down, your season is over. I don't care how good your defense is; it's over. You know what I'm saying? So the why you bring Colin Kaepernick in there and not sign him is beyond me and over my head. And like some of the decisions that he makes, like it's just baffling to me. I
The
mean,
set.
Colin Kaepernick is going to, get on somebody's roster, but I mean, it looks a little bleak right now. But I
I'm about
really
to
think
say, is he?
I think he'll get on somewhere.
See, the sad thing is, and Nick, I'll let you go right quick. Is the fact that so many people have this consensus thought that Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson, like Pete Carroll is his protector, like
Yeah,
Russell Wilson's
and
protector,
I
and
it,
what makes this worse is that you say that you feel like he's a starter, so your words can also be interpreted as, well, I don't want Russell Wilson to feel some type of way if I sign Cap to this roster.
exactly. That's
So
a good point. It's a great point.
So it's just like sad what Pete Carroll is doing. Not sad in the fact like it makes somebody weak, but it's like, bro, this is your character, bro. Like, why would you go out there and say something like that, um, and use that as your excuse for why you're not signing Cap? You know you need a backup. Colin Kaepernick is one of the best backups out there, and yet you go with Austin Davis.
Austin Davis. I mean, not to take any of your time, Nick, but it's like you're basically saying I don't want any controversy in the locker room. I don't want to push Russell Wilson. I want to make sure he knows his job is solidified. And he ain't got to work
Exactly.
that hard. And it's like I don't know what the rift is between Richard Sherman and Russell Wilson and the whole. Like I feel like it's a
They
lot of.
denied it, but I think I call it
Of
bullshit.
course, I can. Come on, man. It's a couple stories out there talking about some of the things that Richard Sherman has said to Russell Wilson during practice and things of that nature. One practice in particular where he started trash talking Russell and turned out to like a fight, not between them two,
With the
but like
receiver.
with the receiver. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like so they're trying to sound, maybe Pete Carroll isn't trying to sound Kaepernick because they know, his players on the team that really like Colin Kaepernick. Like Michael Bennett. I think Richard Sherman likes Kaepernick as well. Like maybe he's not trying to divide the locker room, but I mean it's who knows, man.
Right? Who
Who knows?
knows? Who knows? Nick, how you feeling, man?
I want to say, how you gonna be like, I ain't gonna take none of your time, and then take all my time? Like, what's up,
Where
bro?
you
You
got
still
you got
got
your time,
time.
man. I'm about
What
to
you
say you
talking
got plenty of
about?
time,
I'm
man.
just
Go
saying though, bro. You
go
Well, I
gonna
took
go
some of
for
your
it.
answers, bruh.
y'all did just take like my whole little thing for real. It's
I
cool
I
though.
like to
professional,
I'm,
man. Go ahead, make it work.
I'm gonna just say it all over again. All right, that's cool.
just use
Um,
different words, man. Don't plagiarize.
don't put your words. All right, look. I'm. I will say this: it's too much gray area to make a an exact assumption of what's going on. But I will say, bringing them in. I don't know if they did it to just to do it or like how Pete Carroll be, man. He try to be in the media. Wasn't nothing going on. So let's bring in Kaepernick. Let's bring something to Seattle real quick just to do that. But like he never said he also said that he will bring him in later on if he doesn't find a team. I don't know if y'all seen that, but later on if he doesn't find a
Nah,
team,
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't see it.
probably closer to training camp, he'll bring him on. But Ryan made a good point. If he does bring Kaepernick in, that could divide the locker room because if they know you got two starting quarterbacks, and that, how everybody like banging one player, they don't want to play for this other quarterback, which I don't think will happen because Russell, he's a solid quarterback and he ball like he do that. But it could divide the locker room, which could be bad. But other than that, I feel like he'll be okay. If he does go to Seattle, it wouldn't mess up the chemistry. Um, and maybe he didn't want to be a backup. Like maybe he said in his meeting, like, "Hey, I want to try to compete for this job or something like that." I mean, I know Kaepernick knows he can still play, so I know it's some other teams he could be on. But maybe he just want to be a starter. Maybe Pete didn't want to bring that up. But I don't know. It's too
I
much
mean,
gray area.
I respect what you're saying because you being the contrarian to me and Ryan's argument. So I respect where you're coming from. You definitely got some good points. So that's definitely things that people need to consider. Maybe Kaepernick didn't want to come in as a backup. Maybe he wanted to compete for a job. But Nick, I asked you, do you really think at this point? First off, and we got to remember, we know why Kaepernick is being uh, potentially or seemingly blackballed right now. Because I definitely think that's what the issue is. That has a lot to do with what's going on right now. He also stated that he's not going to be kneeling for the national anthem anymore. But Nick, let me ask you, at this point, do you really think that Kaepernick is really in a position to say, yeah, I'm coming in here to fight for this starting role in an organization where the starting quarterback role is established already?
There's nothing wrong with saying I want to come in and try to compete. I feel like who wants to come in and be a backup? I
But
mean,
but you know he
unless your
knows
name is
his
Austin
role.
Davis. Unless your name is Austin Davis.
But he knows he'll know his role if he's going to Seattle for a visit though. He knows Russell Wilson is that starting quarterback. So he's gonna go over there and say, yeah, that's automatic grounds for yeah, you're not gonna start here. Like so you
Yeah.
saying so if Kaepernick was to take a visit with the Patriots and they needed a backup, he's gonna say he's trying to compete for that starting role? Or
Usually,
is he
yeah,
gonna look
exactly,
at
bro.
it is he gonna look at it as a okay, I'm here to be a backup. I'm gonna do the best I can and grow in this system. Like, how, so what do you think, Nick?
I just think he brought up the idea of him competing. I didn't say he was like this is a deal breaker, but I feel like he could have brought that up and said I want to try to compete if it's possible. And Pete, they probably looked at him like he was crazy. And y'all know how he loved Russell Wilson, like y'all stated earlier. He didn't want nobody trying to compete for that boy job. That's why they got AD. And then
I
Austin
mean,
Davis, he coming in.
He don't deserve a nickname, sir.
they don't. And Nick love to stamp dudes with nicknames, bro.
All right, bro. Austin Davis. He coming in. He said, "Hey, look, Pete. I want to come in. I want to run with the threes if possible and scout team. That's all I want to do." Pete said, "You my guy. We're gonna run with you."
I
Kaepernick
mean,
said, "I want to run with the twos. and now Pete all in his feelings. So come on, man. It's
I like the point that you're making, and I see the angle that you're coming from. But at the end of the day, with the position that Colin Kaepernick has been in all offseason, I highly doubt that he would come in there asking to compete for a starting job when you barely got teams looking to sign you in the first place. At this point, it would be in Colin Kaepernick's best interest to just get on the team whenever he can get one, however he can get on. Because I mean, the way he's being blackballed right now, he shouldn't be trying to lobby for no starting spot anywhere. And I feel
Right.
like, especially when you come into a team like Seattle, where Russell Wilson is a Super Bowl champion, and one of the top quarterbacks in this league. So I feel like, especially you coming off some piss poor seasons stat wise, for Colin Kaepernick. I don't think he got much room to stand on to try to come in there and ask to compete for a starting job when we got a Super Bowl quarterback on the roster. So I just feel like that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for him, but that's just how I'm
I mean,
looking
shoot,
at
I'm
it.
I'm with you. It don't make much sense, honestly. Especially if you decided you were going to take the visit. If they called you for a visit, you know exactly where you're going. I mean, shoot, who knows? All right, so if I was to play Nick's role, who knows? Maybe he was just taking the visit out of respect.
Right.
All right, so maybe he didn't want the job. He just took it out of respect. So who knows, man? Or maybe to get some more calls coming his way. So who knows? But at the same time, we only know what we heard so far. He took the visit. If you're going there and you are being offered a role, I mean, offered a contract, you know that you're not about to start, and you know you're not going to get an opportunity to start. You're going to get an opportunity to compete for that second quarterback position, not that first one. And so yeah, I find it hard to believe that he went up there and told Pete that he wanted to start for the
Exactly,
first
bro.
quarterback spot, bro. That's not gonna make no much sense to me, man. That's a losing what's the name negotiation right there.
Losing the
oh,
battle before it even start.
Yeah, man.
that's sad, man. My boy, I always say he can take the job, but he can compete for it. He would give him a little go. He'll be
I
better
think
than
it's I think it's
Trevor
time. Go ahead.
Trevor Boykin. He'll be better than Trevor Boykin, Trayvon Boykin, and Austin Davis. Austin Davis, when he got signed, he immediately went to QB3 behind Trayvon Boykin.
Nah, I don't know. Because Trayvon Boykin not got no starting experience. Austin Davis started a few games.
Austin Davis, but that's
Matter of
we
fact, he
know what
won a
Austin
game
Davis
too. I
can do,
think.
and we know Austin Davis not good.
I mean, Austin Davis isn't your quality starting quarterback, but I think I think he is what he is. I think he's a decent backup.
Decent third string. I agree. Uh,
All right, man. Well, that's all we got for today, man. First off, Nick, I'm surprised. I'm glad you filled in on short notice, bro. I think Montel was lying when he said he was just tired. I think it's that bug that was fucking him up. So he probably still dealing with that bug from the DR.
it's
You know,
part of two towels he had on it at the ATV jump, man. He probably
too
got a
many
concussion.
towels, man. Too many towels. Too many towels. Him and James. James got the same bug. James got the
Yeah.
same bug Montel got.
I think Montel got a concussion from when he hit the tree or something like that,
Oh
man. He
yeah, he
might be a
couldn't
little,
control himself. He can't.
might be a little
Montel, if you hear this, bro, you're not Jeff Gordon no more. Don't argue it. Don't try and tell nobody. Change it. Change your gamer tag. Cause
yeah.
this
Danica
man.
Patrick.
Change all that.
Hey, but tell me, hey Ryan, we ain't even tell you, bro. The first time he almost crashed. First time he almost crashed, he was staring at a little naked boy, bro, in the street.
What, bro?
Yes, we was driving. We was riding past. We was riding past some house, bro. Like it's wild out there, son. Naked, like just everybody just walking down the streets naked, bro. It was
You
wild, son. Little
gonna
boy, he was. I think he was laughing. Thomas almost crashed too. He would have told you if he was on the show today. But
shout out my boy Thomas.
yeah,
Yeah,
Tom
Tommy.
teasing.
Tommy.
Hey, I ain't even about to do that. I was gonna tell him what happened at the beach when he raced Eric, but then I gotta tell him what happened when I was at the club. When I was at the club the next day. I don't
Oh
want
yeah,
to do that.
Tommo, man. Hold
No,
up,
no,
man.
no,
Hey,
Hey,
no.
hey,
it's
Chill.
time to
We ain't gonna throw it
get
out
off
there.
the show,
hey,
man. You know
Mark,
it's
I need you to go ahead and
hey
drop some knowledge on them how not to get on stage.
hey. Look, let me tell you something right quick about that. I appreciate y'all for listening to the show. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go
Hey,
ahead and
hey, hold on, hold
close
on,
it
hold
up,
on. Before we
man.
close, before we close, Shout out my boy DeMarco Murray, number 33 on the top 100 list, man. Shout out, tighten up to my boy DeMarco.
Oh,
For
he finished
real.
top 35. You
Number
was
30.
watching the jump today. I didn't even. It came on today, didn't it?
He
Yeah.
finished top 33, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. Nah, cause I forgot that it came on today. Like
What's
Hey,
I'm
you
behind
think
on
Robert
flights.
blowing
Kelly gonna be on the list?
me
No,
is they about to have
he's
Dak
not.
Prescott top 20, bro. It's about to
I
happen.
told you. I told
And
y'all, bro.
Zeke top 10,
Yeah, Zeke probably. Nah, he top 15. I know that much.
top 10, bro.
What I said, I said top 40. He probably top 30 now.
You said like top 40.
I did say like top 40. I
He
said
gonna be top 100. That's all I can say. He ain't gonna be top nothing, but top 100.
Hey, I
not
bet you that's going gas. That's going gas Cowboys fans' head, bro, to the highest of heaven, son. But Dak ain't gonna have the same year he had last year. Tell you that now. Ain't
We
gonna be
might throw a
nowhere.
couple more picks. We gonna throw a lot more touchdowns, baby. We
Bro,
gonna ride the wave.
20, probably 21 touchdowns, 13 interceptions.
I don't like that. That sounds like some Mark Sanchez numbers, some Don McNabb numbers. We ain't going with that.
No,
We
it's
gonna
not.
go with
Mark Sanchez is worse than that. He don't
yeah,
even
you
have
right.
a positive touchdown interception ratio.
Yeah, Mark Sanchez is like 12 and 17. We
Right.
go like him.
That's like a Robert Griffin jump, like in 2013.
Come on, bro. Don't bring up that name. Come on, bro. You trying to disrespect the
I
skin.
ain't just. Nah, I'm not, man. I'm not. Mariota probably gonna go for like 24 and 10.
no more than 24, baby.
All right, so 27 and 17.
Nah, it's too
Damn.
high. Too high interceptions.
So don't let me stop, bro. Mariota, he a good caretaker
No,
of the
he gonna be
football.
27 and 12.
That sound good.
I
Sound
was
good.
say that sounded all right to me, but Marcus don't really throw high double digit interceptions. But I'm gonna let it go.
I'm gonna tell you Dak gonna be 29,
Oh, okay.
Time to
and
get off, y'all. You know I appreciate y'all for listening to us, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the topics, man. We gonna holler at y'all in a couple weeks.
29 and 7. Tell you that right
Peace.
now.
Peace.